Hi everybody, my name's Casey Cozart with Bow Pro USA and Banjos and Bowstrings. Today I want to talk to you about a little bit about some of the equipment that I use. I'm using the new MATHEWS Z7 Magnum, and it shoots about 340 feet per second. I'm also using the single pin Spot Hog sight with the square up made by Michael Scaniff up in Connecticut. A really good thing that shows you how much torque that you're putting on your bow when you're shooting. It's a torque indicator. It's a simple thing to put on, and it'll improve your shooting 100%. And believe me, it's worth every penny. So again, this is a square up. This is a Boss Spot Hog sight, which has got your range dial, adjustable range on it. It's got a level in it. It's got a light on it. It's got a hood on it to make the sun keep it from getting down there while you're shooting. This MATHEWS Z7 has a downforce air arrest on it, dead end string stop. You've got the grub on here, string grub. Then you've got your monkey tails on here, plus you've got a string suppressor here and a string suppressor up here. It's got the new Barracuda string on it, which doesn't twist when you pull it back, so your peep is always aligned. And I'm using the Burt Coyote Luminaras with the Luminox installed. And to shoot these, I'm using the Spot Hog Wise Guy release that I got from them recently. And I tell you what, let's go all the way down here and shoot. Now this range that I'm shooting at is a lot longer than your normal hunting range that you're going to shoot. And I've also purposely went this far down here. That way if you're out in the field, you've got a lot of obstacles like bushes, trees, boulders, which I have seen that before. That's really interesting to shoot at if you miss. And this way it can simulate it here rather than when I'm out here hunting. It's better to screw up on a target range than to screw up out here and shoot an animal and shoot them bad and then have to track them or lose them. Worst case scenario, lose that animal. You know, if I miss a shot up here, it ain't too bad. I know what my limitations are. The best thing that I like to do is I like to shoot an animal about 40, 50 yards at the most, you know, and know that I've got a really good shot, or even 20 yards for that matter. And what I'm trying to say is, however good you are, you know, and you're definite that you can make that shot and you can make a quick, clean kill, you know, use that kind of yardage. Don't take a shot that you're not able to shoot just because that buck's got a great big huge rack on it and you don't want to ever take a chance not getting him. I'd rather take a chance of not getting him, you know, because he's out there in a range I'm not comfortable with, than to not get him because I shot him bad and he went off and laid down and died somewhere and I'm never going to see that animal again or be able to utilize that meat, or afterwards, you know, have that head mounted so I can have it on my wall. But anyway, it's all about the hunting. It's all about the shooting. Let's go down here and see how I can shoot. Now, this is really an extremely long range to be shooting these. Again, like I said, don't try this at home unless you're shooting at a target range. And if you're hunting and you try a shot like this, make sure that you're practiced up enough that you can do it. I mean, practice at 10 yards, 20 yards, 30 yards, 40 yards, 50 yards, 60, even on up to 100 yards if you've got the right equipment. Don't overstep your boundaries with your equipment. That's the biggest thing. And even these shots like this, you know, I've been shooting a bow for 34 years. There's a possibility that I'm going to make a bad shot. That's why I would rather get a really good close shot out of a tree stand, a ground blind, or a walking stalk, whatever. But just make sure of your target, make sure of your spot. Make sure you're not torquing that bow, because if you torque that bow, you're not going to make a good shot. And I'm going to hand Debbie one of these arrows to hold while I shoot this. Like I said, this is really a good arrow rest too. Check this out. Look at that. See, I got a little piece there that holds my arrow. Look, I'm holding it upside down, so if I'm upside down in a tree stand shooting. But anyway, and when I pull this back, this downforce raises up. When I release it, the arrow goes forward, the downforce drops. It's supposed to be one of the fastest on the market. And this bow is one of the fastest on the market. MATHEWS is known for really good quality bows. And I've used them. This will make probably I want to say my 8th or 9th year of using Matthews bows. Anyway, let's see what happens here. Debbie, have you got it on the target?
Yep.
All right. Let me make sure there's not no cars coming, because I live in Wolf Creek, which is an old Indian territory, and I'm part Indian. I'm about a third Cherokee. I don't want to miss that target and it hits somebody driving by, and then we're going to have cowboys and Indians all over again. Okay, guys, here we go. That one shot a little high, which I was aiming above this bush, plus I heard a car coming, I thought.
2 actually.
Okay, that should be up in the right corner. The reason I shoot it that one in the right corner, it's a little bit bigger bullseye, and the one on the right was a little obscured when I was shooting. Yeah, I was off a little bit. But anyway, you can see how far that target is. The first one, my arm's a little stiff from shooting. If you don't get out and practice every day, and sometimes I can't, it's been a couple of days, this is what happens. But still, if that had been an elk or a deer, it would have went home with me, because it's still in the general area of the vital signs. But anyhow, you can see I was off with this one. I already knew that when I shot. But this one was close enough to the bullseye that it's going to work. And again, use the Matthews bows, use spot hog sights, use the square up, use the luminaires and the wise guy release, and you're not going to go wrong. You'll bring that animal home. So y'all have a great evening, and God bless.